Hello! Today we're going to be talking about how to love your body even if you hate it right now. Hi, my name is Eve and I love helping people make peace with food no matter what is going on in their lives. And so today what I want to talk about is how to love your body even if you hate it right now. Or actually how to love your body especially if you hate it right now. Before I get started, I have a few things I want to say. I just want to thank you all for your sweet comments on my last videos and all my videos. And to all of my subscribers, I just want to thank you for being part of this community. In my last video, somebody requested to see my teddy bear, so here's my teddy bear. And also, a few videos ago, I had a plant in the background, and a friend asked me to bring the plant back, so here it is. So let's get started. First of all, let's go over why it's problematic to hate your body in the first place. You see, when I used to be at war with my body, I really didn't take good care of it. In fact, I almost was like desperate to fix it. And in this desperation to try to fix my body, I was more likely to hurt myself or actually do more harm than good. Because if you're, under-eating, over-exercising, or under-eating, which leads to overeating, none of that is really helpful for the body. Also, when you hate your body, you may be more likely to put your life on hold until it looks good, until it's perfect enough, or until it looks the way you want it for you to actually do your heart's desire. So it's important for you to cultivate this healthy or happy relationship with your body. Well, first of all, because you're more likely to take good care of it. Sadly, coming up soon, The Biggest Loser is coming back out. I don't know if you're familiar with that show. It's a show here in the US. And that show uses, bullying, it uses putting people down to try to motivate people. And this looks very sensational and, actually it may even work in the short run, but turns out being mean and being rude and hurtful to the body and to yourself actually isn't a long-term motivator. So it's important to cultivate a healthy and happy relationship with your body because you're more likely to take good care of it long-term. Also, when you like your body and when you like yourself, you're less likely to buy crap you don't need to try to fix it. When you are kind to your body is actually kind back to you. I know that sounds weird, but it really is because your body will have more energy, you'll feel more focused, you'll feel more mentally clear, and also when you like the person you are, when you like the skin you live in, when you feel comfortable in the skin you live in, you're more likely to live your life more fully. So I want to share 3 steps on how to like your body more, maybe even love it, especially if you don't like it very much right now. Before I go over the 3 steps on how to have this friendlier relationship with your body and actually like it or maybe even love it more, I want to go over a mindset tip. So as you're learning to befriend your body or become a friend to your body, you could think about it as what you would do if you were making a new friend in your life. What are some things that you would do when you're trying to cultivate a new friendship? So first of all, if you're trying to cultivate a new friendship, something you might do is start to learn how to listen to it. So start learning how to listen to your body. And if you want to listen to your body or if you want to learn more about your friend, what do? You start to ask it questions. So we could even do this right now. So take a moment here and now to get in tune with your body. What is it feeling? What is it trying to tell you right now? See if you can make that connection. Really get into your skin and see what are some messages your body might have for you. So when I've done this over the past few days, these are some things that my body was telling me. One time while I was watching videos online, my eyes were feeling dry. Another time I tuned in, I noticed my sinuses were really full and they were hurting. Another time I tuned in to my body, I realized I was actually freezing. I was cold. Another time I tuned in, I realized that my heart was feeling kind of empty. Another time I tuned in, I felt like I wanted to express myself creatively. And yet another time I tuned in, I realized that there was something I wanted to do. There was something I wanted to say. I had some meaningful action to take. So what is your body telling you right now? Just take a moment to go within, and you could even scan your body to see what it's trying to tell you. Step number 2 is try to see if you could take a step towards meeting those needs. So whatever your body was trying to tell you in the exercise before, seeing if you could lovingly take a step towards meeting your needs. First of all, I want to make a disclaimer. If what your body is telling you to do is to kill your coworker because they're driving you crazy, that's not what I'm condoning. Obviously, you want it to be legal and you want it to be something that's life-giving and helpful and loving to yourself. So what are those things? So I'm going to use my own examples that I shared with you. So the other day when I was noticing my eyes were feeling dry, I put some eye drops in my eyes and that really helped. And I was watching YouTube, so I actually put the YouTube aside, and instead of watching it, I just listened to the person who was talking. When my sinuses were hurting the other day, what I did is obviously I blew my nose, and I even took some medicine to clear out my sinuses because it was really hurting. That day when I was cold that I was telling you about, I have this like new space heater I love, and I take it to almost any room I'm in when I'm feeling cold. And so I turned on my space heater and I sat right in front of it, and it felt so good. That time that I told you that I was feeling like my heart was empty and I wanted to connect, I had the choice. I could have called somebody on my avocado phone. I could have called somebody, but I actually wanted to connect with myself. So instead, I chose to journal, and that really helps me connect with myself. Another time, I was feeling like I wanted to have some creative output. So I know I have that desire and that need from time to time, so I have some cool books to help me do that. I'm learning how to watercolor and how to draw, so that could be really fun. And that time that, I was feeling like I wanted to do something meaningful, it was actually, I wanted to make this video. And so I actually sat down and I took some notes. I have a lot of Post-its. I took some notes of what I wanted to talk about. So how about you? What is the next step you could take in trying to meet what your body is trying to tell you? Now, this is an important step because as you do what your body is trying to tell you, you start to like you more. That's right. When you follow what your heart is trying to say, or what your mind is trying to say, or what your body is trying to say, it really establishes a loving connection with you and yourself, and you're more likely to love yourself when you take good care of it. And finally, the third step is to go out of your way to be nice to your body, to be nice to yourself. For some people, this could actually be the hardest step because, especially as women, but more so now men, we were actually trained to dislike the way that we look. You might wonder why. Why and where were we trained to dislike the way that we look? Well, as long as we dislike the way that we look, we're more likely to buy what the advertisements are trying to sell us. So women have been distracted in trying to fix the way they look for centuries. One, because we buy more products when we do that. And two, when we're distracted, trying to fix ourselves, we're less likely to follow our hearts and make meaningful change on this planet. So, what is something you could do today to take a step in the opposite direction? How could you look at yourself more kindly? How could you actually look at your reflection and find a part that you actually like? I know this might be hard for some of you, and especially the harder it is, the more I'm going to encourage you to take this step to try to find a part of your looks or your body or whatever that you actually like and be nice to it. Again, I know this is very counterculture because our culture has taught us, again, especially as women, to hate the way that we look. So I invite you to take some time and focus on a part of yourself that you actually like. So to recap, those 3 steps on learning how to like your body, maybe even love it right now, even if you hate it, is first of all, take a moment to listen to it. Come into communion and come into connection with your body. The second step is see if you could take a step in the direction of meeting what your body is trying to tell you. And the third step is be kind to yourself, be kind to your body, and actually look for what you like about it. Again, we've been trained to do otherwise, so this may be a very uncomfortable or counterculture step. So I just want to finish this video by saying that this video was actually inspired by the passing of Kobe Bryant. He was a basketball legend here in California, and he's known all over the world. And I thought for a while of what does his passing mean to me. And growing up, he's always been a symbol of somebody who is living a full life, following his dreams. And I thought, what if he let the way that he looks keep him from being who he was and doing what he really wanted to do in life? That would be such a tragedy. But then I thought, how many of us do that? how many of us put off our lives until we look a certain way, until we weigh a certain number of pounds? I mean, I know I certainly did. So I'm creating this video to pay it forward so you don't wait another minute in doing what you feel like you need to do to live the fullest life. So I hope you found this video helpful. I love to hear your responses to this conversation, and I'd love to know how this video inspired you. Did it inspire you? I'd love to know. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.